there, welcome back. So today I want to tell you about this strategy that is called opposite action, and it's all about controlling our emotions. And we know that positive emotions often lead to very positive behaviors, and negative emotions sometimes lead to negative behaviors. For example, anger might cause us to lash out physically or verbally. Or when we feel sad or lonely, many of us tend to withdraw or isolate ourselves. And intellectually, we know that isolation doesn't make us less lonely. But the typical tendency is to react with an even stronger negative emotion, and then we get trapped in this very negative, vicious cycle. One strategy used to overcome the destructive emotions like that is called opposite action. And the key behind opposite action is that every emotion comes with a typical action tendency. And when we acknowledge that typical action tendency and we choose the opposite reaction, it not only helps us reverse those feelings, but it also helps us get to the desired outcome much more quickly. And the first step is understanding how we feel and why. When we fail to understand our emotions, that's when we start to feel like we have no sense of agency, like we have no control over how other people make us feel. We feel powerless. When we become more aware of our emotions and the impact of the reactions to those emotions, then we're able to reclaim power of ourselves and the situation. And it puts us in a much better place to reach the desired outcome. If you're really angry at someone, for example, like if someone did something to you that was just wrong and hurtful, rather than lash out at them, which might feel good for just a minute, do something kind. Your anger will dissipate, and that other person is much more likely to own his actions and think about, his responsibility in the situation. Isn't that what you really want? Here's another example. If you feel shame about something, the typical reaction is to reinforce that shame by keeping it hidden. But if you choose to share it with someone or get it out in the open and apologize, then you take the power out of the shame and you turn that shame and regret into feeling good about the way you handled it, about righting that wrong. The idea is not to invalidate how you feel, but to acknowledge your emotions and choose the response that is much more likely to bring about the desired outcome rather than the typical tendency to reinforce that negative emotion. Sometimes the things we don't want to do are exactly what we need to do, but we're so caught up in the emotion of it all that we don't realize it. The concept of opposite action maintains that we do have control over our emotions and our reactions. We are not controlled by them. Remember, no one can make you feel anything, so don't put your keys to happiness in someone else's pocket. If you want to learn more about where emotions live in the brain and how they impact the way we think and learn, check out my blog. And if you want to learn more about other factors that either enhance or impede brain function, check out my book, Happy Hour with Einstein. And remember, life is always better when you share the good stuff.